First, you need to develop an attitude of service orientation, giving service, support, not really controlling the business. Now you do control business, keep in mind. I'm not suggesting that you forget about the controlling part of the finance function. You do, but you do in such a manner that your image and brand is developed as a support person, not really a controlling person. If you are CFO, think seriously about establishing and making this function a little bit more robust, because this really is your representation in the organization. This is the function which is usually interacted by the non-finance departments, and that is how they really understand what finance is. If you are finance business partner, or if you are CFO who can control and create this function, then it's a high leverage function if you could create one. Let me emphasize one more point. In many literature, many books, many advice regarding finance business partnering, those advices only go to the extent that they ask you to develop more analytical skills and learn advanced things, advanced module on this. My advice goes a little further. I would suggest you to really become an effective, successful business partner. You need to learn business, not only analytics, but learn the business part, especially the strategy part. Some of you might question, if I need to learn business, how much could I learn? I'm a finance expert, I'm an accounting expert, right? You already qualified as a professional accountant and you know enough of it. Then now, do you need to learn all marketing? Do you need to learn all HR? Do you need to learn all production? It's not like that. But what you need to, how a business is run, how the business makes money at broader level, high level. So rather than starting from bottom up, that you are learning marketing, you are learning operations, you are learning quality, you go on the top of the business and you try to understand from a CEO point of view how the business makes money. And once you start with that approach, everything clarifies to you. And that is how you really get involved into the business. You don't need to really go function by function, department by department, but understand the strategic model of the business. And that's what I'm going to do today. I will teach you a high-level concept of value creation, that how the businesses make money, how they create value. And if you understand that, you can handle any other function, which means that you never are expected to really work in marketing. You never expected to work in HR or production or logistics, but you are expected to work with them. To work with them, you have to have enough idea about the overall business, not about the marketing functions expert, but overall business. So you could relate the main business objectives with the specific departmental or functional nature of those operations you are interacting with. I suggested, if you are a CFO or if you are a controller, use the finance survey. One of the dilemma with finance professionals or CFOs is that most of the time they think in their mind that they are doing a fantastic job, or they are working very hard, or they are doing all the things which they should do, and there is not enough appreciation in the organization. That's a general trend, complaining. Now, first of all, if you have not done a structured feedback survey, you probably don't know the truth. You are already living in your world and you are feeling that you are working very well and other people not appreciating, not giving them a chance to really give you the true feedback. So usually people don't tell you these things in social talk or in direct face-to-face interaction. Usually this is done through a structured feedback, which means that you create a survey and you ask those questions in a very structured survey or feedback, and then probably people who could provide you answers to those questions. So that is one thing finance department or accounting department has to do and they don't do. And then seriously take that feedback into account and see what are the areas you need to really improve. These are all practical ideas. It's not the theories we are learning here and you only develop your knowledge. You need to apply this practically. Otherwise you are wasting your time if you are not applying practically. At the individual level, what happens that if you are a financial analyst or you are a finance business partner, you go to operations, non-finance areas, and you are talking to the chief marketing officer or sales officer or anyone, and then you look at their financial numbers and you start criticizing them that you are not making money. You think that you are serving the business. You are basically creating more conflict in the functions, because there are definitely areas and there are definitely things which you don't know unless you have done an MBA in business or really know the entire business thoroughly, or you have worked in the department. You might not know those things. You may be master of accounting and know everything, but you may not know everything about marketing or sales or operations or strategy. So what you need to do as a finance professional, keep an open mind. Try to develop a learning attitude. When you go to other departments, see if things are not clear to you. Don't conclude immediately. Try to open up, ask questions, ask more and more questions. How do you build trust? Because that's really the critical aspect of the relationship where your success or failure depends as a finance business partner. If there is trust, you are really working, supporting, creating value. If there is no trust, you are wasting your time and they are wasting their time. So how do you create trust? Now, first of all, it's the characteristic of your personal relationship. Some people are naturally good in it. Some people are not naturally good in it. You can work on it and make it better or improved. But I think the most important thing which really works to develop a trust in the corporate environment or corporate relations is your knowledge of business, is your knowledge of really your level of understanding. What are the main objective of your business, how the business makes money, how the overall resources or activities play in such a manner that it achieves business objective. So that too, what I said, if you develop a good business knowledge and you talk to them, the marketing people or sales people, don't really show off, but in a learning attitude, when you share this information, that really creates a level of respect and level of trust for you, simply by showing your business knowledge and understanding. I also suggested you, if possible, you should commit yourself for a finance for non-finance presentation or training at your workplace. And this is a very smart way to make your impact on the organization in a very short period of time. But these are the few things I'm sharing with you which really make a quick and forceful impact in your career. You have to have the courage to really take first step and initiate those ideas.